Hey, how you doing? Trey Gibson, Big Things Fantasy Football League. And what do I have here? This is the top 10 for 2010. If you are at the bottom of the barrel, and you know who you are, Stanovich, Oliver, Jones, Bell, and the other one. If you are at the bottom of the list, the bottom of the pile, this is my top 10 for 2010. It's a list to help you actually lift your team stats. If you've been living at the bottom of that pile, Stanovich, then this is what you take to next year to help you get your team to where it needs to be. We're only going to do 10 of these because, frankly, I'm trying to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. So let's get it moving. Let's get the ball moving. Top 10 for 2010, we start off at number 9, Phil Rivers. Phil Rivers is very safe. Spreads his touchdowns out, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He may throw you 1 or 2 touchdowns a game. He's not going to throw you interceptions. He's not going to have a lot of yards. He's a good 17, 18 point per week quarterback. Definitely give it to you. Number 9, Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson is a man at wide receiver, triple covered. He still comes down with the ball. Clutched hard. He's a fullback. Has an attitude of a fullback, just playing wide receiver. Great guy. Andre Johnson is easy at number 9. Number 8 is Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is at number 8 because we're unsure at this moment, it's still December, of what's going to happen to Brett Favre, if he's going to come back. If he doesn't come back, then I move Adrian Peterson up. If he does, and I leave AP right where he is because I think they're actually helping each other so they don't have to depend on each other there in Minnesota. His production is down a little bit, but I think that's mainly because of Brett Favre and that great defense. So Adrian Peterson, number 8. Number 7, Tony Romo, 23 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. One of the better years that Romo's had, but I will honestly tell you, because he was a Gibsonian at one time, that he's pretty safe. He's a safe guy to have. He's a little spotty, might get you 4 touchdown passes in one game and 1 the next. But he's pretty safe as a quarterback. He's mobile, doesn't take a lot of sacks. Until December, everybody's worried about that December, but I really wouldn't worry about it because we're pretty much done in December. So, number 6, we're moving on. Maurice Jones-Drew demanded more carries from his team, and he got it. And not only did he get it, but he delivered, and he delivered huge. He can actually score the ball or score rushing and receiving. He's hard to find behind huge offensive linemen. So he is a safe running back to choose at 6. Number 5 is Tom Brady. I like Tom Brady at number 5 because he still has the likes of Randy Moss and Wes Welker. Although I do have an asterisk by his name because with the 24 touchdowns that he threw in our 10 weeks, he got 6 of them in one quarter. So, it's kind of a love-hate relationship. You don't want all your touchdowns to come in one quarter or in one game or in 3 games. You want them to be spread out evenly throughout the week. You want them to save some. Moving right along. Deshaun Jackson, number 4. I have Deshaun Jackson high. He did miss a game or 2 because of his concussion, but Deshaun Jackson, and keep note, this is our league. We score for punt return yards. We score for kickoff return yards. We score for receiving, receptions, and we score for rushing yards. Deshaun Jackson does it all. He is a triple threat. He is my 2009 Triple Crown Athlete of the Year. Deshaun Jackson is easily marketable to do anything on a football field for any coach. So if you pass him up for another wide receiver, then you're smoking crack, and I hope she weighs below 135 pounds. Number 3, Peyton Manning. This is easy to do. Peyton Manning, 33 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Though he has 15 interceptions, Peyton Manning is an easy pick for number 3 because he spreads out his numbers throughout the year. He's not going to get you 1 and then 4 or 2 and then 5. He's going to get you 2 and 3 every single week and maybe 1 or 2 interceptions. But his yards will carry for that. And he has great completion ratios. Drew Brees at number 2. Drew Brees is only at number 2 because he has 11 interceptions as compared to Peyton Manning's. Peyton Manning's or Drew Brees' 11 interceptions shows headiness amongst the rest of his peers at quarterback. Though he can get you 4 or 5 touchdowns in the game and they're not spread out, he can actually be dynamite versus an opponent that you have that you actually need those points in that week. So Drew Brees, number 2. Next, I have Chris Johnson at number 1. Chris Johnson is at number 1 for 1,730 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns, 446 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. I put him on this list because I had to, though that I have him. I know Chris Johnson is high. Everyone would love to have him right out of the gate next year. But I saw his potential. I did watch the combine. I did get his high school tapes. I did get his college tapes. I talked to his family, walked through his whole neighborhoods. It was an easy pick for me to make. I could have easily picked him as my number 2 or number 3 pick. But I knew that when we started the keeper, that was a person that I want to keep. And I will retire his number when he retires. He's going to be a Gibsonian for life. So this is the list that we're going by. Keep it, save it, do what you have to do to it. This can help you become more competitive. These names are in my order. They don't have to be in yours. This is how I like my people. This is how I do my things. So if you have the time, make sure you catch the draft, the combine, the bowl games, the preseason, the double sessions, all of that, so you know who fits in where on what team to see if they can fit in on your team. I'm Trey Gibson, Big Things Fantasy Football. Once again, this is the top 10 for 2010.